wanna rub on my body, but she know that I got a bitch. She don't really care, she fuckin' for fun. She told me that she want a kid. I told her bitch no, I just wanna fuck. Then I'm leaving, can't stay. Folks got a Glock, he shoot it like Ray Ray. Yeah, you know he gon' spray. Glock, target practice, we don't miss, so bitch, watch what you saying.
The heavy hitters are back. Big H's. I'm your boy Jay.
I'm your boy Amity.
I'm your boy Morrow.
Bow.
Glah.
I ain't gonna lie, I've listened to a lot of 5-year foreign lately, so.
Glah, 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 glah.
Good.
Let's not make this a rap video.
But
ad-lib video, bro.
Bow.
But nonetheless, we are about to get into an AEW vid, and for the first time in a long time, this actually wasn't my idea.
It was my idea.
This was his idea. Just like a few weeks ago when I
dancing before the video? What's going on with you?
I'm hyped. I got a lot of stuff
Now, this
to
is
say.
just like a couple weeks ago when our boy Morrow was out dealing with the flu.
I'm back.
And I named 2 vid ideas that more or less would have been his ideas, but I came up with them first, and we did them. So it's a very unique time on this channel. People are throwing out ideas that they don't usually throw out.
Yeah, it's getting high as it's getting. But look, we coming up. So look, we finna talk about
Wait, I was gonna
AEW.
Now, AEW, within the last few months, have signed 2 major independent wrestlers that had spent their time in New Japan, well known, well decorated, well respected. They signed one in November, and one just this past Wednesday. And those 2 men are the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay,
They call it Flipper.
and the Rainmaker
Like Pablo
himself.
said, they call me Flipper.
And the Rainmaker himself,
Oh, that's what Blackie said.
Kazuchika Okada, who is the newest member of All Elite Wrestling and the newest member of
Another
the Elite.
great wrestler.
Yes, sir. He joined them boys, man.
So the vid is, and again, this was his idea. Will this make AEW worth watching, or will it move them into a different spot than they are currently in? And in my opinion, I think having them, and this is totally not making a pun off of Ospreay's theme song, but I think it'll elevate AEW. I mean, we already have our first match announced for AEW Dynasty, which will be the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay, versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And I feel like that match will be must-see because you have a lot of unique aspects coming out of that, and that could be a very high-moving match and something a lot of people are going to want to tune into, and it's going to put a lot of eyes on the AEW product.
Can I speak facts? And before I know people like these guys and they can wrestle and all this type of stuff.
But here we go again. Will they draw numbers?
Will they make money? That's the big question, right? So AEW, this nut cutting time for them, right? TV deal coming up in December. Still no TV deal signed. They just signed Okada and Will Ospreay. Fire CM Punk. And they just had.
Keep saying CM Punk, gang.
All right,
This has been like a long
Let me
time.
finish.
This is like last August.
Dude, don't even matter no more.
I got you, bro. So this is nut cutting time. This is crunch time. They need 40 points in the 4th quarter. Okada and Will Ospreay were on this past Dynamite. Do you know what the numbers were on this show?
No.
799,000. Will Ospreay and Okada were both on this show. What does that tell you?
On the season premiere, new season premiere.
What I feel like,
AEW.
what I feel like is
What does it tell you, bro?
what AEW did by adding Okada and Ospreay is they added depth to the roster
No, they didn't.
because with all the talent you already got, you added 2 more people who can step
Flip?
in. No, they're not just flip, gang.
Very well
They
could
do
be
more than flip, gang.
Very well could be adding a third. This
Now
coming
I'm not
Wednesday at
saying
Big Business.
I'm not saying that these 2 dudes like major draws and draw major numbers. It's proven that, you know, because they've been in New Japan. New Japan not really a
All right,
you know,
how about
a
this?
televised program.
How about this? Was there anything said about Will Ospreay and Okada? Was there a big video package telling what these people have done, their accomplishments and all these things? Or were people just supposed to know these things?
I mean, you gotta build to. Okada just came in, so they gotta keep building towards him. Will just debuted it. He went back to Japan.
But have they said anything?
But
like,
they've acknowledged their athletes in New Japan in the past when they've come up during Forbidden Door season and everything. So it has been mentioned several times before, and it has been mentioned during their matches. Oh, Will Ospreay, a former United States champion, this, that, and whatever. So they do explain it.
And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Y'all, this is not good. This is not good. You just debuted two dudes you had a lot of hype for, and it flopped. It's flopped, bro. This is flopped. These debuts for Okada and Will Ospreay have flopped.
I don't think they flopped, and I think you're judging them too quickly.
700. When you go under your normal viewership, they usually get about 850,000.
But how did for instance, how did people know that Okada was showing up? Not everyone reads the dirt sheets and everything.
I mean, no, I'm just saying though. Okay, but
so how would they have known?
We knew Will Ospreay was coming, and they lost like 10% of their audience from like what they usually do. So how do you like what is he gonna do for this company?
You gotta see. He ain't did none yet. He just came.
He's only been in the company for a week.
You gotta see what people do.
Gang.
They
haven't. They're not gonna present him in a way that a casual wrestling fan is gonna say, "Let me go see what Will Ospreay is doing." They're just gonna say he's a great wrestler. Just watch him because he's a great wrestler. What's his character?
The aerial assassin.
Okay. No, that's not it. That's not really a character to me. That's just saying what you do. I think that this is gonna I ain't gonna lie to you though. I'm not gonna lie to you. CM Punk was a flop for AEW because he flamed out. I think a lot of these big names that the AEW is bringing in. So Edge has been a flop for AEW.
He's been going crazy though.
Yeah, but it's not translating to numbers and ratings and all.
Before we get any further, what is your version of a flop? Because again, you kind of have.
For instance, right? WWE brought Cody Rhodes in. They made him a star from day one, and it's worked. It's worked. So that's not.
But Cody Rhodes made himself a star elsewhere and came back, and they just got his presentation better. He was a star before he came back. That's why they went to go get him. That's why Vince.
Not really.
Gang, he was a star. How did they present Cody Rhodes before he left? What was he doing?
He was a joke.
He went away and made himself a star.
He did.
WWE did.
But what I'm saying is, when he was in AEW, he was a guy. He was like the gatekeeper. He wasn't really like the guy.
He wasn't the main event, but he was really down there. He was putting talents over, but he didn't put himself in a position.
But to get back to my major point of what I'm trying to do is that if you're a person who watches New Japan, which to each his own, cool. But for a person who don't know a damn thing about Will Ospreay and Okada, it's like why should we care about these dudes? Why should I care about Will Ospreay and Okada being in AEW? Because they have 5-star matches in New Japan?
Look,
I need somebody who's going to move the needle. What, are they entertaining? Or besides the wrestling, what's the character? Are they going to cut a compelling promo? Why should
you've never really seen these wrestlers though, so you got to tune in.
I know, yourself. But I'm saying though, why should I care? Has AEW
you got to tune in and see though?
You have to tune in and see.
You can't just say
you're judging them too harshly
without
because
seeing
they've literally only been in the company for a week.
Hold
on. That would be like me saying, okay, WWE back in 02, 03, 04, prime John Cena. Say they was doing 799,000 or whatever.
Okay.
And John Cena comes in, and you see him do the ruthless aggression, but it didn't do anything after. Would you consider it like that a flop?
But they didn't put
after 1 week. After 1 week,
John Cena didn't come in with a big like presentation. Will Ospreay and them, Will Ospreay is here. They didn't say, "Oh, John Cena's here." Yeah.
That's kind of not a good example because because Cena, that was a
when was the last time WWE brought in a guy? They was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna be a big deal," and he flopped.
I feel like a better example is just telling him to tune in because you just sat here and said that a casual fan like me who don't watch New Japan, how am I supposed to tune into them? It's simple. Tune in. You have to see what they do on this side of the world.
Because clearly, like it goes back to what he said with Cody Rhodes, clearly they're doing something right over in AEW, because if they weren't, you wouldn't see WWE sniping the guys that they have been. They sniped Cody Rhodes. They sniped Jade Cargill. They recently just sniped Shawn Spears.
They know the talent. I mean, WWE realized that AEW do got talented.
No, they got
And obviously even in New
know,
Japan too, because they wouldn't have tried to snipe people like Kazuchika Okada. They wouldn't have tried to snipe people like Will Ospreay.
What I'm asking you is,
you're putting it as if a casual fan is only in one bubble. When in this time period of wrestling, people are tuning in more than just to WWE. You have people that are tuning in from people that have watched outside sources. Like, here, I'll put one in your book. Like people that have gone over and watched HOG.
People don't watch
or
that.
watch CZW, MLW.
If you watch HOG, you disgusting.
You can't bring up when I'm trolling. HOG is not a real. That's not even a real company for real.
And, like, in all honesty, it's all about, like, if you don't know these wrestlers, you gotta tune in and see what they do. Do your research, do your homework. You know?
Like for me, to get into Kenny Omega, at first I didn't know much about him, but I tuned in. I learned from watching his in-ring ability and everything else, and I learned what kind of star he is.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is making me very sad. Because
it's making you sad, or you're trolling as if you sad?
It's making me sad because when AEW first came out, I was so excited, bro. Like, I really was. And then
you would tell him, bro, I can't talk right now. AEW's on.
Nah, that's crazy work.
Are you saying no? I'm watching my AEW. I'm watching my AEW.
That's crazy.
And then,
you was really only a fan for like a week though.
the other thing that
jumped ship so fast. I didn't even know he was a fan.
Well, the other thing that played into it too is two other things. One, at this point in time, again, AEW, fresh, new company.
It was fresh. So
and on top of this, during this time period, a lot of people were not liking the direction that WWE was going.
Yeah, it was like 2019.
Yeah,
it was ice cold,
bro. And it was the point when the pandemic was hitting, and there was nobody there for real. So yeah, AEW was a good.
Well, even before the pandemic, it was like you saw like a lot of people they didn't like what they were seeing in WWE, and they want something fresh, new, innovative, and they got that in AEW.
It was fresh,
you know, a good alternative. But I don't know. I just feel like
I don't see.
Obviously, I know how broke it. You know. When it comes to those type of competitors,
for me, I just want to care about what they're doing. And when you go get Okada and Will Ospreay, it's like, don't you already have enough great wrestlers? Do you really need more great wrestlers? Don't you need more characters?
So you just admitted that Will Ospreay is a great wrestler.
To some people. But that's what I'm just saying though. I'm saying this though, right? If you consider Will Ospreay a great wrestler, that's your opinion. You consider Okada a great wrestler, that's your opinion. I don't give a damn about people's opinions and stuff. You can go get Will Ospreay can be the best wrestler in the world if you want. But you need people who you can be invested in, people who can grab you, people who can, hey bro, check this Will Ospreay out, man. Like, this dude is a beast. He can persuade you into thinking like he's this.
But you have to tune in and watch. Like, I got the best prime example. We'll go over with someone that WWE sniped from New Japan. Did people really know much about Shinsuke Nakamura? Hell no, they didn't. They had to tune in and watch and see how he was to get behind him. And look at where he's at.
And look how long it took for Shinsuke to really get into his element. Like, now he's in his element.
Yeah, it took him 8 years to get a character.
But, and sometimes it take long.
But what did you do to learn about him? You tuned in. And like he said, that's what you have to do. You have to tune in and watch.
Him being a long time, he was already invested in WWE. So, him already watching it made it easy. Him not already being an AEW, it's going to be harder. Because he already not invested. So it's like,
at least with you, it's investment to a point. Like, I remember I was on Instagram
a
little bit after the debut. I saw you post about it.
I like wrestling. I like characters and other stuff too.
I like wrestling.
I like characters and different stuff, but I actually enjoy them matches sometimes.
I don't give a damn about dream matches though. That's the thing.
Yeah, see, like, I rock with certain dream matches.
I want characters and stories.
I mean,
that's all I want.
A lot of people rather that.
And then the wrestling comes with it.
bro.
Some like so.
It's not-
Some
you ain't
people
lying.
like
You
some
ain't
people like one side of it. Some people like both sides of it.
But
Like
to
for
me-
like for me, I'm a fan of both sides. I'm a fan of like the character, the story, and the build matches. But then there's sometimes that you want to see a dream match that you didn't think you get to see, but now it's happening. Like I
With
said,
no story,
you didn't
though.
think you'd see a Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
Man, it's like, and then I think back to like matches we didn't get to see from WWE that could have just happened if they would have just threw it together, like an Eddie Guerrero versus like or a Benoit versus whoever. Like it just didn't happen because. But see, that's why with Tony, he throwing certain matches together just to be like
Yeah,
the fan.
you
You know,
can't
the
do that.
the fans want it. Let's
You can't
give it
do
to him because this match might not be
that's-
able to happen.
That's me.
It might not be good storyline wise. You got to build it up, make people care, but.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, he throwing it in there like, let's just see what this do, make this happen. You know, obviously the crowd enjoying it because, you know, and I've been really noticing too. A lot of our, you know, AEW fans. We got a lot of AEW fans on here that be rocking out to the
For
streams.
sure. Well, shout out to y'all.
Appreciate y'all because you know our AEW streams doing better than our WWE streams. So
y'all go crazy
you
on it.
know, it's just showing that you know
It's doing numbers.
people invested in it. It's
For sure.
everybody not, but some people is too. So it's
I
like,
just, for
You
me,
know?
I just need AEW to do one thing. Just get
all right,
characters.
look, so go call Tony Khan on the phone and then tell him to get his company together.
I'm not, bro. He don't even listen to people who actually have knowledge on this business. Why? Oh wait, he is taking fan advice.
But no. You can't sit here and say that he's not
Taking
making improvements.
fan
Like
advice.
he does. He has been making steps in the right direction. I mean, he does have a creative team.
Who's on the team?
A few writers that came over from WWE, and I know Bryan Danielson's on there too.
Probably some. You know, WWE writers ain't. They write bad comedy scripts. That's why WWE writers are egregious too.
But obviously, you still tuning in every week because if they were egregious, you wouldn't be watching.
I'm just programmed to do this now. Like it's not even.
He watched WWE.
I'm programmed.
So he's just a drone at this point to just
I
watch
mean,
WWE.
All y'all are.
I mean, if
Everybody
you know,
is.
if you've been watching WWE for so long, it's like, damn, can you stop watching it? Whereas if you ain't been watching something, it's gonna be harder to just watch it, bro. Because there's nothing you like for real, bro. You get it.
You understand, bro.
But look, how to fix AEW. Look, I'm gonna just say this.
It wasn't how to fix AEWs. Do we view Will Ospreay?
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Okada are gonna make numbers.
See, now,
You going into his idea that you want to start with from the jump.
So look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I believe they gonna make a bit of a slight difference for AEW. I'm gonna say that.
I think I agree because obviously they were doing big things in New Japan. They were drawing big numbers over there. So you just got to get that American audience to tune in and learn more about because the ones that are tuning in right now are the ones that go off and watch stuff in the indies.
And that's
are
why
the
they,
ones that will go over and watch.
That's
stuff
why
in
they
Japan.
and that's why they made the decision to officially come over to the States.
But
now.
you got to give the American audience time to tune in and learn. Because think about it, these are guys that wanted to come over to do wrestling over in the States. They themselves wanted to come over and challenge themselves to see if they could make it over here.
Yeah.
So you just got to give the audience time to rock with them because they rock with the audience. Now we got to rock back with them and see where it goes. Because
Now, if let's say a year go by and it's the same spot, okay, we come back like, okay, they did nothing for them. But
A year?
I mean, sometimes bro, it's not gonna take 3-4 months.
I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. They might not have a year.
Nonetheless,
It might be. They got 9 months to get this together.
like I said, I think they gonna make a slight difference. I feel like a lot of people not realizing how good Okada really is. I'm not gonna say too much. Go do y'all research. Will on the because I know I watch Will Ospreay. I seen a lot of his matches, but Okada different.
In the ring, yes.
No, he different.
I think about for a long
And-
time he was under the tutelage of Shinsuke
If a
Nakamura.
lot of people go do their research, you'll see why he was a multiple-time IWGP, heavyweight champion. So,
2-year reign.
that boy different. Hopefully,
Are they gonna be in a compelling story?
maybe so.
Alright.
You just
Watch
got-
AEW. Watch AEW for a
So
month.
like
Watch AEW for a month
So like we said,
and see what they
you
do.
have to tune in to wait and see.
If not, you just gonna keep judging on
9
without seeing.
months.
Nonetheless, that's it. That's all we got for this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, man. Y'all already know I'm your boy, Tomorrow.
I'm before Yemeni.
9 months dead. We out.
Next 9 months is crazy.